Alright, so back to do something else. I wonder if I should what I should do is check my quests. Alright, chapter 2. The throne room. Talk to the master of ceremonies. Did I not do this? Alright, let's go back. A grand ceremony is about to take place on Dargonus in the Mundus Valencia system. Overseeing the preparations is the master of ceremonies. Oh, I didn't do this. Okay. Alright, let's get straight into it. So I haven't played in a while. But I'll see if I can put more effort in recording this. I do want to finish this game. How do I move the screen again? Okay. Was this cross always here? I feel like that's new. Okay. Visit Mundus Valancius. Dargonus. Damn, repair that. Oh. Before we get started, so I can do these two. Scriptorium schools, to teach the serfs to read and thus produce educated servants under the supervision of monks, would be as useful as it would be dangerous. Hallucinatory Camperme. The construction of pleasure chambers will give the aristocrats a place of repose, free from moral restrictions. Sounds crazy. Let's do it. Heretical. That's gonna come to bite us. Alright, so we're gonna have to fight our way out of our own ceremony again. That's how this game gets down. This universe. Glory to the rogue trader. Yes, it is me. Bow your heads. Let's see what this guy says. The Lex mechanics are exchanging Binharik tirades, not noticing your presence. Alright, so where do I need to go? I need to go to the Master of Ceremonies. Did they, Okay. Aristocrats was the Master of Ceremonies. I feel like it's this guy, right? They really did clean this place up again. Nope. Steve. What's this? Didn't see him before. Master of Ceremonies, the servant in fine clothes offers you a deep bow, your lordship. It is a great honor to serve you in an undertaking as monumental and glorious as the Magna Accessio ceremony. You have been entrusted with arranging the festivities. I have indeed, your lordship. I have been given the high honor of being steward of this eminent palace, and on the occasion of your lordship's accession, I will be overseeing the preparations for the ceremony. House Werserian, to whom you entrusted the arrangements for the festivities, is overjoyed at having received the honor of introducing you to your subjects and humbly thanks you. Is everything ready? The palace decorations are prepared and we are ready to begin at your command. The festive activities in the capital have likewise been arranged, and the guests of honor either have arrived on the planet or are awaiting invitation near orbit. The servants are already in your chambers to see to it that you are impeccably garbed for the occasion. Then let us begin. May the Emperor be with us this day. May the Emperor be with everybody else. I'm surviving whatever happens. Rejoice! One Valencia's subjects in honor of his ascension. The new rogue trader generously shows you his favor. In the name of our prosperity and the triumph of justice, these profaners, traitors, and embezzlers shall face their stern execution. Inform the authorities of any transgressor you know. Praise the rogue trader who cleanses our homes of parasites and predators. That's right. That's right. Executions around the clock. I mean, we've had enough. Oh. It's only right. It's only right. The crowd below is roiling. The electrified exultation, filling the air of Dargonus. Thousands of throats chant your name. You are at the apex of this world, and all others. Exaltation. Let's
Exaltation.
Exaltation is an intense feeling of great happiness. Right. Continue. Master of Ceremonies. Amplified by 100 voxes, the voice of the Master of Ceremonies booms. Rejoice, subjects of Dargonus. You have been granted the felicity of witnessing your master. A great honor bestowed upon us by rogue trader Sir Deepest von Valancius. Felicity. What is that? Felicity is great happiness and pleasure.
Felicity.
They need to start like just writing great happiness and pleasure. No, I'm joking. Master of ceremonies, gracious savior of Dargonus and vanquisher of blaspheming inhumans, may their unholy kind perish in the flames of righteousness. You made it to Dargonus before it could be devastated. Cleanser of Janus, who with one hand brought death upon the blaspheming Xenos, and with the other exterminated the despicable worshippers of the arch enemy. Gracious protector of footfall, patron of trade, fearless explorer of the maw, who broke free from the malevolent clutches of the devious Imitarium. A hush falls over the crowd who gaze upon you in adoration. Many of them bear terrible scars from the recent battle of Dargonus. Like children, they await the word of their almighty father. Dogmatic. Praise the Emperor, faithful souls. The darkness around us may be fierce, but the blaze in our hearts is fiercer still. Evil will burn. Iconoclast, fear not the coming day. Henceforth, you are all my charges. Heretical, remember that you have no other ruler but me. For any who dare to forget this, the howls of demons from the whirlpool sound like the babblings of babes, and Xenos blades will seem like a soft featherbed compared to the horror of the punishment I'll inflict. That's crazy. I'll never say that. Serve faithfully, and I will lead you to prosperity. The Cronus expanse will enrich us all. Turn to the Master of Ceremonies and speak right into the box. Am I expected to say something to them? I won't talk to rabble. Take it away. That's crazy. Speak directly into the box. Alright. I like the first one. The crowd erupts in frenzied cries. Hundreds of people pull out knives and with ardent, jubilant howls carve through, bleeding Aquilas on their faces. What the fuck? Sharing in the martyrdom of the protector of humankind, the God Emperor. What? Are they saying they pulled out knives and carved? No way. What? That sounds crazy. So much gold and white. Cassia stares at the crowd, enraptured. It seems this massive gathering of exulting people is just as exotic and captivating to her as the sight of a bona fide navigator, a representative of the mysterious and powerful Navis nobility, is to your subjects. Adequate. Dargonus has not disappointed. Alvalard forces the smile of satisfaction from his face and whispers to you. You remember the next part, yes? Your lordship will be asked to take the oath. The Master of Ceremonies bows to you with great reverence. That's right. Let the oath of the Von Valancius dynasty be taken. Please repeat after me, your lordship. I, Sir Deepest, rogue trader by the grace of the Emperor, vow to be the paragon of humanity. I, Sir Deepest, rogue trader by the grace of the Emperor, Vow to be the paragon of humanity. Alright. Your lips repeat the words of an ancient oath, unbroken by adversary. To walk bravely into. Oh, this is this dude. Unbroken by adversity. I said adversary. Unbroken by adversity. To walk bravely into darkness, to unite and reclaim what was lost, to triumph over nightmares untold, to hold boldly the reins of fate, to walk steadily the road of thorns through pain to greatness. You hear a rumble. It is the roar of the sea of your subjects with jubilation and devout fear. They welcome your ascension. It is done. Orc, 2 rogue traders, Winterscale and Chorda. We don't care about those two. Sheesh. That guy looks like me. Does he look just like me? Just like me? What? I should kill him. Oh my god, he's a clone. Oh shit. I got clones out here. I need a double though, right? Alright, so where is... No. I need to go. I need to turn the cam. Where is dude? Governor Urban, Drystone. Is it one of these? Oh! Governor Urban Drivestem. Governor Urban Drivestem stands surrounded by highborn guests like a planet orbited by many moons. All of his charm is directed at a man in resplendent power. What does that mean? Like, decorated nicely? What's that mean? Resplendent. If you describe
resplendent.
If you describe someone or something as resplendent, you mean that their appearance is very impressive and expensive looking. Let's see. A man in resplendent power armor, I see, adorned with the sigil of the Inquisition. But as soon as you approach, Drivestem is the first to give you an elegant bow, getting ahead of the rest in the expression of loyalty. This is a great day, your lordship. Smile graciously. I welcome you to my palace, honored guests. Yawn for you, perhaps for me it's just another day. Pointedly gaze at Drivestem with animosity and say nothing. Sheesh. Smile graciously. You are buffeted by a salvo of congratulations and compliments. Buffeted.
Buffeted.
Yep. Look at the guests. Requires iconoclast follower. Study the faces of the nobles in attendance. I'm ready to accept your congratulations. What were you discussing just now? Not to the Inquisitor. My greetings to a member of the Holy Inquisition. Study their faces. Drivestem is obviously still the leader of Dargonus aristocracy, but judging by the courtesy he is showing to young Suabak, he clearly wants to strengthen his relationship with that house. The elder Suabak and Gaprak are nowhere to be seen, which can mean only one thing. Selbak, whose line holds you in little regard, is surely attempting to draw Gaprak to his side, which could be quite advantageous to Lady Gaprak. After all, the disaster on Kaivagama has left her family in an extremely vulnerable position. The Wazarians stand apart, their exclusion from the rest palpable. Look at the guests. Among the aristocrats surrounding the opulently dressed Drivestem, you notice a couple of young nobles in Sourback and Gaprak colors. It would seem that the major noble families of Dargonus have decided to introduce their younger members to high society. The tall man in grey power armor adorned with a column with a skull is undoubtedly a high-ranking inquisitor. He keeps to the periphery of the conversation, seldom deigning to commit. Is that deigning?
Deigning.
If you say that someone is deigned to do something, you are expressing your disapproval of the fact that they did it unwillingly because they thought they were too important to do it. Deigning to comment. Next to him is his entourage, a rangy warrior in black. Is that Rangy? Sorry, I have to see. Rangy. Rangy. If you describe a person or animal as rangy, you mean that they have long, thin, powerful legs. I see. Jeez. A rangy warrior in black armor. That's this guy? Or is it this guy? And a tech beast dressed in red, whose face is hidden behind a brass mask. Let's see, it's one of these guys. It's probably this guy. This guy looks crazy. Alballard stands somewhat apart from the others, as if reluctant to approach Drivestem. Next to him is a young woman, and you notice a family resemblance between them. Where is Alballard? Where is my man Alballard? Is this Alballard right here? I think that's my Alballard right there. Okay. What were you discussing just now? We were talking about the brutal Xenos raid on our fair Dargonus. So many victims, so much damage to our industries. Thank the Emperor that you are our protector. If it weren't for you, the cursed invaders would have obliterated the whole planet. He offers you a thin and obsequious smile. Okay. Obsequious. Spell that right?
Obsequious.
If you describe someone as obsequious, you are criticizing them because they are too eager to help or agree with someone more important than them. I see. He offers you a thin and obsequious smile. Let's see. So he's trying to brown nose me right now. Hetka Suabek. Sharing the sector with the blasted Xenos is impossible. I hope we respond to their raid on the Garnus with a punitive campaign. Young Suabek's smile is conceited and bloodthirsty. I see you hate Xenos with all your heart. Nod to the Inquisitor. My greetings to the member of the Holy Inquisition. Look at Alvalard's young relative. So this is Alvalard's something. Let's respond. I see you hate Xenos. I do. This pestilence against the Emperor must be exterminated. He talks ardently and smoothly, like a commissar. He places his hand on the hilt of his finely adorned sword, his pale face ablaze with noble fury. Or they must be forced into servitude. Many Xenos are more useful alive and obedient than dead. The young man in Gaprek's colors speaks with sagacity. Sagacity. Or is it sagacity? Sagacity. Let's see. Okay, sagacity, right?
Sagacity.
Yeah. Sagacity is the quality of being sagacious? What the fuck?
Sagacious.
A sagacious person is intelligent and has the ability to make good decisions. I see. Oh! So many words I don't use. Many Xenos are more. The young man in Gaprek colors speaks with sagacity and gravity. But his opinion seems to carry little weight in this circle. Smile venomously. And how many Xenos have you killed personally, Salvac? Oh my god, put him on the spot. Salvac flushes and mumbles incoherently. The Honorable Macarius forbade, but I wanted. Did not let me go to battle. Xavier. This guy looks deep. Calcazar. The Inquisitor standing among the guests offers a thin smile. It must have been difficult for this youth to foster such bloodlust towards enemies of the Imperium without ever having seen one at a blade's distance. Look at Alvalard's young relative. What is your name? Your Lordship, allow me to introduce the daughter of Chancellor Clementia Wersarian and my great-granddaughter, Astartia. Alvalard looks solemnly upon the young woman with barely concealed pride. Astartia Wersarian, I am delighted to witness you, your lordship. Astartia bows, keeping her observant and intelligent eyes trained on you. Modesty forbids my esteemed forebear to say this himself, so I will. Our entire family is grateful to you for wishing to see someone of Westerian blood at your side as you claim your inheritance. Drives them exchanges telling glances with young Selbek, who, judging by his face, is suddenly finding the collar of his expensive frock coat uncomfortably tight. How are you finding the reception? It is difficult to put into words, your lordship. Never before have I seen such a grand and striking ceremony. Astartia's voice sounds passionate and inspired, and her eyes shine with barely contained excitement. Perception test succeed. Young Geprak keeps staring at Estartia curiously and a little bashfully. It seems the boy likes her. Sheesh. Where are the rest of your kin, Alvalad? They are in the city, preoccupied with running the festivities and watching over some of the more crucial services. No incidents can be allowed to ruin your ceremony. We know it's getting ruined. Estartia frowns and adds peevishly, I asked the esteemed Alvalad to put me to some important task too, but he bid me to attend a reception where I can do nothing to serve your lordship. Nah, she talks too much. Salvac smirks. If I had known, I too would have asked Alvalad to let you miss the party. Jeez, this guy needs to chill. So, you wish to become my servants as well? Estartia flushes and starts talking quickly and with fire in her voice. It would seem that she finds work-related conversations far more interesting than court gossip. Of course, I've been working on a project for the last 4 years. We could set up Alvalad. Enough! Estartia. Governor Urban Dresden. I highly doubt that his lordship is interested in listening to the fantasies of a young woman about how to run his protectorate. Alvalad shoots drives him a glare so dark and bloodthirsty that the latter instinctively starts looking for the nearest warden. Shit. Can I? It's 50%, man. Let's do it. Hold your tongue, Urban. I decide who may speak and who may not. Please continue, Estartia. Success! Heartened, Estartia continues in the tone of a seasoned administratum clerk. Our suggestion is to set up a chain of stations in the void, plasma beacons that would signal the passing ships. By placing them in logistically sound locations, we could simplify our ship routes so that they may split long warp jumps into a series of safer, shorter jumps from one beacon to another. This would have a positive effect on the overall safety of journeys and the accessibility of colonies. I wonder if I'm going to get navigation points for that. A network of void beacons allows void ships. More and more technical terms and percentages creep into her speech. She quotes Lex Mechanic reports and accounts of starship captains. Estartia's vigor and sharp mind are enough to silence even the most venomous of commentators. They all stand there in silence, trying to digest what she's saying. Alvalad surveys the quiet nobles with pride, and then looks at his great-granddaughter with pride. I hope the Wazarian family gives Alvalad the credit he deserves. Absolutely, your lordship. We greatly respect him for his wisdom, and he repays us with attention and kindness, she says warmly. I am obliged, dear Estartia. It looks like Alvalad is somewhat embarrassed by the turn this conversation has taken. Enjoy the evening. Thank you, your lordship. Nod to the Inquisitor. My greetings to the member of the Holy Inquisition. He responds with a dignified bow, his proud face calm and unfaltering. And my greetings to you, esteemed Sir Deepest von Valancius. May shadows never darken the light of the Astronomicon that guides you. Brass Whisper. What's this? I see. The Inquisitor's companion, a crimson-robed member of the Adeptus Mechanicus, bows to you. From behind the brass mask, mounted with dozens of augmetics, comes a metallic rasp. Glory to the Von Valancius heir. Awareness 100%. Studying the Inquisitor and his companion. The Lord Inquisitor's relaxed expression radiates an odd sense of menace. He is akin to a predator on the prowl, content to hide in the brush of fake smiles and elegant conversation. But now, So can I trust this guy? Tech use test succeeded. Among the many augmentations, what stands out is the horribly melted, deformed cogitator connected to the text free's head. How is it working? How it is working is baffling. What is twice as baffling is that the tech priest hasn't replaced it yet. What unpredictable influence can this ruined implant have on his mind? An unexpected visit. I wasn't told. I don't know if we can trust this guy. I, however, have been told all about you. The Inquisitor's face is impenetrable, but behind this mask you detect a hint of mockery. And who is this member of the honorable priesthood of the Adeptus Mechanicus? This is Brass Whisper, which, naturally, is not his real name. The esteemed Magos is a member of my retinue. There are times when I am forced by my duty to the Emperor to deal with xenotechnology, and Brass Whisper ensures my safety in such moments. Works that have been desecrated by Xenos are dangerous. They warrant his whispering cuts off. Oh, he whispers? Replaced by heavy, ragged breathing. It seems that the tech priest's quiet voice is not an extravagant quirk, but rather a consequence of some injury. After catching his breath, Brass Whisper continues. Warrant due caution. We have not been introduced. And oversight, to be sure. My name is Xavier Calcazar, and I have the honor of serving as a member of the illustrious Ordo Xenos, the head of the Kronos Expanse Conclave and the Lord Inquisitor of this region. It is my unending task to ensure this sector's readiness to meet external threats and resist internal corruption. Enjoy the party. This evening will certainly be illuminating. I am ready to accept your congratulations. Who's this? They just phased through the wall. That must be their servants. Everyone's just walking through each other. Governor Irvin drives them. In that case, allow me to be the first to offer them. Drivestem snaps his fingers, and several servants approach you with gifts. The governor points at a thin, curved Drakari blade. My soldiers took this splendid trophy from the body of one of the Xenos commanders. The weapon is too beautiful and forbidden for anyone but your lordship. Severed hand. One-hander too. Targets hit with this weapon must pass a toughness resistance test with a -30 penalty or suffer. Cannot attack for 1 round. Shit. That's good. Young Selvak squeezes through to be the next, pushing Gaprak aside with confidence. Your lordship, House Selvak anticipates the onset of unsettled and bloody times. To make the ungodly Xenos cower at your approach, my family humbly presents you with a dozen pieces of secondary armament for your ship. We don't like this Gaprak people. I think this guy might be okay, Vincent. Young Gaprak bows ceremoniously. House Gaprak is delighted to present you this blessed work of the Omniscience Smiths. May this locator matrix, which took the holy artisan an entire lifetime to create, always show you the right path. This matrix grants the wearer +15 bonus to awareness. Not bad. Having let the aristocrats go first as a sign of Barons. Alballard is the last to speak. Alballard, you don't have to give me nothing, man. Come on, we're bros. Your lordship, House Versarium possesses no relics worthy of your acceptance, but we are rich in talented and hard-working people. As a sign of our loyalty, I humbly offer you my flesh and blood. 100 of my kin will go to colonies in your protectorate and use all their talents so that the worlds in your charge may prosper. Colony reward, chemicals, weapons, people, mechanisms. Alballard, you don't have to do a thing, man. He's on the main team. He's on the main squad, man. He gets it all done. Contracts. Complete contract. Void beacons. I like this. Complete contract. Okay, so I need to just be clicking these. My bad. Sorry, let me go ahead and take a look at all of this. What's going on here? Oh, it's going through this. Yeah, I see. Alright, so fuel for the faithful. The Explorator Cognizant Fleet is planning a holy expedition to an unexplored subsector. Their emissary, Opticon 22, is prepared to buy a massive amount of fuel for their void ships. So I just gave them fuel, yeah? Tools of Righteousness. Intent on bringing the world of iniquity to imperial compliance. Incendia Chorda is facing a prolonged campaign to weed out the planet's blasphemous element. She will pay a generous price for the formidable steel giants of Kaiva Gamma, vested in holy armor and armed with the Emperor's righteous fury. Blood and Nephium. Caligos Winterscale has found out that the secret of gas factoriums had been stolen from him. However, he is willing to leave that unfortunate incident in the past, offering the prospect of much greater gains. He is now captivated by the idea of seizing House Chorda's Nephium rigs on the frozen world of Lucin's breath. For Caligos himself, it would appear the profit is a mere side benefit of the opportunity to massacre large numbers of House Chorda's servants in planetary battles. He is offering to pay with the aforementioned priceless flammable liquid in exchange for the fighting force he is desperately lacking. Inspection Master. A captain who calls himself the Master Inspector is in the market for human merchandise. This peculiar character has repeatedly shown up on footfall to buy serfs, criminals, and unfortunates detained for vagrancy. Where he takes them is unknown, but his coffers seem bottomless. That's crazy. I just gave a crazy man people, yeah? Void beacons. A network of void beacons allow void ships to navigate the protectorate in greater safety. I love that. That's all I really wanted. What now? So, enjoy the reception. Throne room. Talk to rogue traders with scale and Chorda. So I still haven't found them. Throne room. Are they in my throne room? Am I already in my throne room? Whoops. I think I need to go here. Use that. A different rogue trader. Heinrichs. A little confused. This is the throne room, so they might be here. They might just appear. Yep. I I see. Long live the rogue trader and his house. So he's over here. Got the sour backs, people still eating. Sheesh, let me get some food too. A group of aristocrats stands apart from the governor's circle. Their whispering carries a tinge of displeasure. Macarius Sourback, the clear leader of this gathering, is a gaunt, bilious-faced man dressed in Sourback clothes. This must be Macarius himself, head of the house. He offers you a ceremonious bow. My congratulations, your lordship. Toriana Gaprak, may the Omniser grant you understanding. She's some tech. She's into that tech stuff then. Omniser talk. The woman with whom he is conversing, the one dressed in a robe with gear-shaped adornments, is Toriana Gaprak. It is difficult to read her face due to it being covered in numerous augmentations. Observe the guests as usual. Toriana Gaprak looks rather anxious. Macarius Sourback dressed surprisingly plainly and what's that? What's that? How'd you say that? Austerely. Did I spell that right? No. Let me see what this says.
Austere.
Austerely? 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 Austerely. If you describe something as austere, you approve of its plain and simple appearance. I see. Austere. Austerely. Austerely. Let's see if they show. They don't. Austerely, right? Plainly and austerely, for an aristocrat of such a high rank, is frowning suspiciously. He came to the reception with a companion, a woman of dazzling beauty wearing a gilded ornament necklace around her throat. His wife. Probably. It must be her right there. Heinrichs, who joined the group unnoticed, mostly keeps silent, listening intently to their every word. Let's go, Heinrichs. Where's Heinrichs anyway? Is that? That's not my man Heinrichs, is it? That might be my dude, man. How are you these days, Toriana? Do I know her? Lean toward Heinrichs. Interesting conversation. It's Heinrichs. It's been very illuminating. Given me plenty of food for thought. Heinrichs' response is barely audible. Awareness to succeed for an inscrutable man. Heinrichs is being even more inscrutable than usual. It's as if he is hiding something important. Stop it. Don't you ever act like anything other than a grubby spy. Even in leisure, you never cease to be of help. I appreciate it. What can you tell me about my guests? Well, Macarius Sourback is all but throwing darts at your portrait. He is more astute at choosing women than enemies. He is trying to entice Gaprak to his side, but she is too frightened after the fiasco on Kyber Gamma. Is there anything you would like to tell me? Nothing urgent, Sir Deepest. Heinrichs casts an impassive look at you and immediately glances away. Even in leisure, you never cease to be of help. I appreciate it. That is why they call it the unsleeping eye of the Inquisition. Even in sleep, I hear everything. Sheesh. How are you these days, Tori? Oh, Sir Deepest. Before this gala concludes, there is something I'd like to tell you. Be careful today. I sense that a wave of darkness will soon hit our defense lines, and I hope that I will still get a chance to meet you there as an ally. How are you these days, Toriana? Like a forging hammer, Toriana's voice falls heavily on the ear. The corruption of Kaiva Gamma was a great blow to my family. The contemptible Cubist Delphin betrayed our trust, desecrating the Forge cathedrals, and took my esteemed cousin's life. On behalf of my family, I humbly beg you to forgive our negligence. I am ready to accept any punishment. Perception, look closely at Toriana. There is something lurking beneath Toriana's repentant expression, a grudge. It would seem that she is personally offended by the nightmare into which the Cubist Delphin plunged her domain, and she feels betrayed. Tell me more about your family. We Gaprax originate from the Calixus sector, from the cluster of planets known as the Leif Worlds. We worked faithfully for the good of our masters there, the Adeptus Mechanicus, and through our service, we gained a spark of the Omnicized knowledge. Then fate tied us through the bonds of fealty to the venerable Von Valancius dynasty. We found ourselves in the Cronus Expanse. Generation after generation, we fulfilled our duty faultlessly until Gaiva Gamma destroyed and disgraced our name. Chill. Do your part to heal the wounds inflicted on Kaiva Gamma, and your house will be forgiven. It pleases me to see that our perspectives align. I too think that you are to. No. Toriana raises her mechanical eyes to the ceiling. I swear on Omnisci's all-encompassing insight, we will make every effort to justify the cost of its resurrection. People. Macarius scoffs. It was only a year ago that none could doubt House Gaprak's usefulness, yet here you are, Oriana, on your knees, justifying the cost. Macarius, I am surprised you deigned to make an appearance here this evening. What does deigned mean again? Was it someone that doesn't want to do something because they feel they're above it? Right, yeah, what's that? Macarius, I'm surprised you deigned to make an appearance here this evening. Macarius' face twists into an unpleasant smile, which makes the artificial skin on the left side all the more prominent. I am a servant of the Von Valancius dynasty. Had I not come, I would have committed an act of unacceptable insolence and damaged my family's honor. Macarius' wife offers you a charming smile, as if apologizing for her husband's vitriolic tone. Her large, dark eyes are brimming with curiosity. What has so displeased you, Macarius? Macarius says with caution, I am your dynasty's loyal servant, but you have asked, and I will answer. Too long has the Cronus Expanse lived under the rule of rogue traders. Oh, we gotta kill this guy. The privileges granted to them make people think that commoners too can dismiss the prohibitions of the Imperium. For the good of the sector, rogue traders must become paragons of the law, not exceptions to it. But do many warrant holders exhibit lawful conduct? No, they do not. Even you, your lordship, are the subject of the strangest of rumors, and you have just recently inherited your protectorate. Kunrad Voitver's people, for instance, claim that you had a hand in the esteemed Theodora's demise and accuse you of many other misdeeds. It doesn't matter whether or not their claims are true, the people hear them, believe them, and think that they may follow your example. Sheesh. If you believe Conrad's lies, then draw your weapon. Let us duel right here before the Emperor's visage. I might just say that because this guy will get slapped around. I forbid anyone to repeat Conrad Voigtberg's lies and hereby impose a fine on you, Macarius. I also like that too. What does this mean? Profit factor. Ye shall gain 1 profit factor from that. Rogue traders are not renegades, vested with authority. We are the long arm of the Imperium, and I shall prove it to you. Your poor head tormented with so many concerns. Would you like to have it removed from your shoulders? You speak of the sector's future with such confidence. Could it be that you want this power for yourself, that you simply envy rogue traders? Yo, I feel like all of these are kind of good. Shit. Let me say the first one. If you believe Conrad's lies and draw your weapon, let us duel right here before the Emperor's visage. Macarius places his hand on the hilt of his sword, then glances with uncertainty at the images of the Emperor gazing upon him from every direction, then at you. His fingers release the hilt. Oh my god. No, I do not believe his words. I am your servant, and my oath to your dynasty is harder than steel. I am guilty of repeating an ignominious lie. The fuck?
Ignominious.
Ignominious. Ignominious. If you describe an experience or action as ignominious, you mean it is embarrassing because it shows a great lack of success. Ignominious lie, and I will pay a fine. He's still paying. And anyone who repeats it in my presence, I myself will challenge to a duel to the death. I wish to know more about House Sourback. I would like to become better acquainted with your wife. Let's say this. Sheesh. Profit factor. Macarius is visibly vexed by this shift in the conversation. His wife offers you a reserved smile. Nah, I need to disrespect this guy big time. He disrespected me big time. Regina Sourback, it is an honor to be in your company, your lordship. It is my pleasure. Macarius is lucky to have such a beautiful wife, perhaps more so than you are to have him. Gonna make this guy hate me. Your countenance is familiar somehow. Could it be your resemblance to the image of Saint Maletta? Weapon skill. Point your weapon at Macarius and chuckle. You know, Macarius, a person could kill for a woman so gorgeous. I shan't continue to test Macarius's loyalty by speaking with his beautiful wife any longer. Oh, shit. Persuasion. You flatter me, your lordship, but I cannot say that it is not to my liking. Regina gives you a charming smile. Meanwhile, Toriana and Macarius are watching the conversation unfold, not quite believing their eyes and ears. One more. You know, Macarius. As Macarius pales, Regina smiles at him, then glances at you with interest. I beg for your mercy. Macarius does not deserve death. The glint in Regina's eyes betrays her genuine interest in you. I hope this won't be the end of our acquaintance. You wouldn't mind if I wrote you from time to time, would you, your lordship? Gee, she's playing a big game. Smile, Macarius, you wouldn't mind, would you? Oh my god, this is fucked. I promise to answer whenever I am not occupied with conquest and destruction of the enemies of humanity. I doubt your correspondence will be an interesting read. Look stern, Macarius. You should talk to your spouse about what passes for decent conduct in high society and what does not. Smile. Nah, I have to do this. Macarius, you wouldn't mind, would you? You can almost hear the crunching of teeth as Macarius answers in a high, hateful hiss. Certainly not. So we'll say this. I promise to answer whenever I am not occupied with conquest and destruction of the enemies of humanity. Regina smiles, triumphant and flattered. I daren't count on such generous courtesy, your lordship. Macarius grips the hilt of his parade blade as if trying to strangle it, and wheezes furiously. A high honor for House Sauerberg. Okay, this is crazy. I wish to know more about House Sauerberg. Ah, God. Macarius puffs out his chest and says proudly, the Sauerberg line was one of the first noble houses to arrive in the Cronus Expanse. For millennia, we have served the Golden Throne and kept the faith. Sauerberg warriors have bled in 100 wars, and at different times have ruled a great many colonies of the Von Valancius dynasty. I see. Macarius bows his head without too much reverence. Leaves silently. I think he learned his lesson. Jeez, might take Regina home, your lordship. Observe the gifts. Okay, me. Alright. That's enough for now. Nah, that was funny. This guy, big time disrespected. He should never have disrespected me, though. These sinister Xenos instruments of death are now trophies demonstrating the invincibility of the House Von Valencia. So I guess if I didn't succeed, he would have drew his weapon and I would have had to kill him. Most likely.